What's up, angels? It's the West Coast Bells, and we are here this time with a review. Or not, it's not a review, is it? We're just gonna talk a little
Well,
bit about the good news that Life After Death is about to be released. Life After Death is the sequel to one of our favorite books ever, The Coldest Winter Ever, and it was written by Sister Souljah. Um, it's been about 15 years.
but before we get into that, you already know.
My name is Misha.
And I'm Ty. And if you haven't already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
And
And
don't
please hit
forget
the
to hit
bell for your bells. Right.
the bell for your bells.
Okay, so look. Okay, you go ahead.
All right, no. So there's a really nice preview of this book in the what is it in the end of the Portia Santiago story?
Yes,
Or
it is. Well, that's if you read it on the Kindle. I read it again
oh,
recently on the Kindle, so they have a pretty much a preview of Life After Death, the upcoming and long expected sequel to The Coldest Winter Ever. And basically, if you remember, at the end of The Coldest Winter, or basically her downfall, I'll put it like that, was she was in a relationship with a young guy who was basically into the same life as Ricky Santiago. He was moving that way. And she was doing a lot for him, including putting cars in her name, apartments in her name, and moving the stuff around, helping him move the stuff around. So you remember he had all that stuff in the teddy bears, right? And it just so happens that she stepped outside because some girl came up and tried to sneak her. She stepped outside and started fighting with the girl, or she
no,
might
no,
have
no,
got
no, no. The girl, no, the girl
snatched her out the car.
she threw a brick through the window. Remember,
Okay, yeah,
threw a brick through the window, and that's how it all.
yes, that's how it all happened. She got out the car and started fighting with the girl. Her guy came to kind of break it up, and he popped one off in the air. They kind of stopped while she wasn't looking. The girl slit her face with a razor. You remember that, right?
Hmm.
And so he was had her in the back seat. They was trying to get cleaned up, but what they should have done is hurried up and got up out of there, because obviously y'all fighting and you know what you got. You know you dirty. You're not supposed to stay right there and wait for the people to come. But they did, and that's what happened. So the police rolled up on him, and he kept on going. What did he do? He got out the car and walked right off. You're muted.
He didn't get out the car and walk off. He was already away from the car, and he
Yeah.
saw you with the cops with her, and he just kept on walking. He walked right past like he didn't even know her.
Okay. So what I saw, or in the preview, what she mentioned was that he was tending to her in the back seat and helping her get cleaned up, and then the police came, and he walked off and left her. That's what I was looking at. But I thought I remembered it happening like that too. Hey, so I am really excited about the upcoming book because it's been so long. It's been over 15 years actually. And what I wanted to say about that is that I recently reread The Coldest Winter too. And I read it. It seems like I read it differently than I did then. It seems like I feel differently about the characters and about winter, and I have my own opinions about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a book. This is a book by Sister Souljah. Again, it's called Life After Death. It's the sequel to The Coldest Winter Ever. If you ever read the book, it was very popular when it was first released, and a lot of people read it, and a lot of us have really been anticipating this. So
Yes.
it's really cool. Yeah. But I also recently reread the Portia Santiago story. And I read that a little different too. I think I liked that book more the second time, whereas I liked Winter more the first time I read it. You know what I mean? So basically, in the preview for Life After Death, it's Winter, and she sounds like she's likely been released from prison, and she's was talking about relationships and betrayal. And as she starts to think back. She thinks about her relationship with, like I said, the guy Bullet, and how she got in trouble. And it seems like she kind of wants to give him some payback or wants some sort of revenge, for that. I guess she calls it her list. So he's on her list of people to pay back. And then she also, at the end of the Portia Santiago story, when Portia finally went to go see her in jail, she was talking about getting the lady back that who was Ricky Santiago's mistress, the one that he had the junior by. Yeah, but this is the funny thing: Portia is actually in touch with their little brother and has kind of tried to build a relationship with him from the
Mm-hmm.
mistress son with the mistress's son.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Out of town, girl. I didn't even know about
yes.
the mistress. When did the mistress come up in the Porsche Santiago story?
No, the mistress came up in Winter.
I don't
You
remember the
remember?
mistress in winter.
Yes, when Winter and her mama went to go see him in prison, and the lady
Oh
was there
yes,
with the little
with
boy
the little boy.
with the
Yes,
bracelet on that said Ricky Santiago Jr.
yes, yes.
Yeah, and according to Portia in her book, when she went to see Winter, she was telling her that, or she was thinking in her head that the little boy looks just like their father and has
Mm-hmm.
his hair and just everything just like him.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how that's gonna turn out and what kind of young man he gonna be. I'm sure there'll be a book about it
Right,
eventually. She gonna
right.
have us sucked into this whole thing. But yeah, it seems like in the new book she's kind of on some get back, but I hope that's not what it's fully about. I hope she kind of rebuilds and
Reforms. Yeah, I
yeah.
want her to be, come out and be better and boss up. And
Yeah, but would that give us the same satisfaction as Bad Winter though?
I know, I think Bad Winter, the drama of it all. I need it.
I'm
I
just saying. I'm just saying if Bad Winter wasn't there, would we even have liked the story the way that we did? I really liked the Coldest Winter, especially the first time that I read it. The second time I read it, I was like, damn, she kind of a cloud chasing thought.
right, right, right. But
So,
I loved it too as a younger girl. When we read it, it was like, she cold, she cold. And then
yeah,
we read it again as a more mature lady. It's like,
I was like, she was tripping. She was really tripping. But I'm really excited about the book. I think that it's going to be really good. We're not going to make this video too long because we just need to wait for the book to come out.
yes,
Yeah,
she is a
it
good one.
is. It is. I love Sister Soldier. I really do. I couldn't bring myself to read the Midnight series again, um, because those are some big
Big books.
and that Porsche that was 399 pages plus, and
Yes.
then when you add in the preview for the next book, well, the after story and the preview, it's like 437 pages. I'm like, girl, you
Mhm.
don't keep us down to 356 minimum. I
Right.
mean maximum. But yep, I love Sister Soldier's books. I love the way she writes, and really gets us into the story. So I'm really looking forward
Yes.
to reading this book.
It's
So
almost like when I was reading The Coldest Winter Ever, I was like, is this Sister Soldier? Is this something that she did? Because she is really so detailed that it seemed like
yeah,
it may have been her own experience, either first or second hand. It wouldn't matter. Even if you see it happen in front of you, that's still your experience, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, you have a perspective.
Yeah.
You definitely have a perspective. But yeah, like I said, let's not make this video too long. If you haven't already, like, share, comment, subscribe, and please get into the discussion, whether it's on the Coldest Winter, the Porsche Santiago story, the Midnight series, even what was the other one? The one of her first ones. Oh my God. I gotta say this before I get off. It was no disrespect.
I,
Um,
her debut writing was The Coldest Winter Ever.
no, I believe no disrespect came out before the coldest winter. I'm positive it. I'm almost positive it did. Almost. I would have to look at that, but it was really good. All of her writings are really good. I like them. A
Yes.
lot of people, are into it. So let's get into some good discussions about it because there's a lot to be discussed from book to book, and let's have fun.
Corinthians say no disrespect was first. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, let's get into it and let's have the conversation about it. But for now, that is all we have. And we thank y'all so much for coming through. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit the notification bell for your bells.
Please hit the bell for your bells.